NBA All-Star Weekend just passed. Top 3 worst I've ever seen in my life. In my life.
Really?
Yeah, the old heads versus this thing is just not. That's not the way. It's not the way. It's got to go back to
the
East
whole
West.
thing needs to be fucking revamped, man. I don't know what they did with that All-Star game night, but we scrapping that fucking format forever. That shit was dumb as hell.
And interesting.
There was a stat that came up. They were speaking for 2 hours and a half, and they played for only 33 minutes.
There was a lot of like other things. 80 minutes for ads.
That's how you knew the NBA knew this was not gonna work.
Yeah.
Because they fluffed it. Like, they filled it with so much fluff.
The Mr. Beast.
The Mr. Beast moment was the only cool moment, and Mr. Beast almost ruined it. Mr. Beast there yelling every time the nigga put up a shot, 100,000! And he's missing the shots every single time. Dame got pissed. Dame literally moves Mr. Beast out the way and stands in between him and the player. And that's when the guy scores.
Yep.
Buzzer beater
Unfortunately,
before the commercial break, wins $100,000.
These guys don't, because they're trying to get all this media talent that has never maybe been at a basketball game before, or maybe never been to All-Star game before, and have not been maybe on the floor participating in this type of way. And sometimes you're going to dilute the situation. You know, it's just a helpful guardrail. Hey guys, maybe let's
Contingency
make
plan.
make this interesting, but also don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's not a crazy idea.
Well, it worked out, thankfully. Shout out to Dame for missing those shots. I know he wasn't trying to score those shots. Yeah, that guy winning 100,000. Biggest highlight. You got a bunch of flops. You got Wemby and CP3 being eliminated from the skills competition. First elimination from a skills competition. First disqualification from a skills competition I've ever seen. They literally just said, we're not going to try to get anything in.
No.
We're just going to go fast.
If I go fast enough, I'll make the time.
And if they allowed that, then they would have won, and that would have set a new precedent and it would just become a sprint.
It would have devolved.
It would have just devolved into
Now
a
we're just doing
sprint.
suicides.
Dunk off.
Man.
Anticlimactic.
So what's the thoughts on having Mr. McClung come back again? And then send him right back
I
to
think
the
it's
Jazz?
cheating.
Some people were like, yo, bring him back again for a 4th one.
Is
I
he just
think
going to
it-
be his thing now?
I
Like,
think
is he
it's
just a halftime show guy?
stupid.
He plays in the G League still,
He should
right?
be very
So,
insulted, but also that money, you can't be that insulted.
Yeah.
You're winning $300,000. It's more than your actual paycheck.
But
Yeah.
surely next year, like nobody's going to watch it because they know he's going to show up and he's going to do it again.
Mm,
Like they have to.
well,
Surely
this-
they're going to. Everybody's talking about like by all things, like the crown jewel of the dunk contest is like,
Yeah,
this is the worst.
Well, this is the thing about when the All-Star weekend gets bad, is that the stars start to perk up
Then they're like, okay,
and
it's our
be
time.
like, guess I gotta save the league. And so John Morant's already online talking about, yo, put up $1 million and I'll join that dunk off. And then he tagged
Doable.
Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon.
Aaron, they said have all
Giannis
of
said,
them.
I'm down if you guys are in.
They should dunk off against these Instagram. These guys.
Absolutely.
That
They would-
should be the.
But they would
that's-
lose, and that's why they will never do it.
Yeah, they would lose.
Team Flight Brothers would fuck them up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck them
Well,
up. There's a nigga
okay.
from,
I'm
was
not
it
saying you picked
Pickering?
the best
Jordan?
one.
Yes.
White boy in jeans.
Oh, that Jordan
in
kid. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
jeans, he'll
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
him up.
yeah.
I've seen him do crazy things in jeans, bro. Yeah. They did the G League dunk off.
Yes.
It was a G League dunk off,
So
and
is-
he won that shit
Is the
like
key
easily.
Is the key now to have like dunks that are like performative, like all these like windmill shit, or is it dunk? Because the players are just guys who
The
just dunk
key is
commands
to
in
do
traffic.
shit you see on Instagram and not just some things you think of with some props. The guys that are doing dunks on Instagram that we see are like,
Technical
bro, it doesn't
ability.
matter how many times you see that. Whoa.
Wild. Yeah.
Whoa.
Are they
magic.
like flipping and stuff going into
I
it?
saw
don't
a
know.
man bounce the ball, jump up, catch it with the other leg through his legs, catch it with his other arm through his legs, and windmill it
Off the
with
bounce.
one hand.
In
Off the
the
bounce.
air.
It doesn't make any sense, bro.
Because that's all these. It's an artistry, but it's a single artistry, and
Yeah.
and to get the players in, these
Yeah.
guys don't want to practice all that shit.
We also want the one-on-one.
Yes.
We see, especially right now when we're seeing the
about
women
time,
The women's one,
put
yeah.
their brands on the line in Unrivaled League and do the one-on-one. Who was the winner again? Nafisa?
I
Is
don't
that
even
her
know.
na-
She
her
won?
name?
It finished? I didn't know.
Is that her name? Nafisa?
Yeah, Nafisa Collier.
Is it
Yeah,
Utah
her.
she plays for?
No, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
She's
that's-
one of
yeah.
the co-founders of the league as well.
Unrivaled, fixed.
Dope.
No, you can't fix it. It's a one-on-one, man, and that's the great thing about it is like it's just pure skill. And if are you a scorer or not? But a lot of these guys don't want to put their brands on the line.
Oh yeah, it was Nafisa that did it. Yeah,
Yeah, they don't want to put their brands on the line.
350,000.
I honestly don't know. I don't get it when it's fellow NBA players. Like I get it if it's like you're going NBA versus
Like
G
get cooked
League.
by Durant. That's Durant. Like, what are we talking about?
You see what I'm saying? So it's like I think it would be fun. I think a lot of these guys need to get over their ego and stop thinking that All-Star Weekend is a vacation. It's not. It's a
If
privilege.
you're not in it, it's
No,
a vacation.
but the guys that are in it are treating it like a
Yeah.
vacation.
Yeah.
And that's the problem is like you don't have that competitive spirit there because everybody's friends and everybody's chilling.
Yeah.
I really think that they would rather be on vacation.
Of course.
You know?
They're envious. A part of I feel like the resentment comes from the fact that all their teammates are out in Cancun, Cabo, like they're all over the place.
Having a ball.
Having a ball with family, with friends.
It's a family time too.
You know what I mean?
So do you think that maybe the All-Star break should actually be a break where these people who
they do get a break
participate-
though. So these 2 days, like today
Yeah.
and yesterday, was no
Nothing.
basketball.
Yeah.
They're not back till Thursday, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you get like if you have a certain schedule, you could be off for almost 2 weeks if you're not an all-star.
It's like March break.
Yeah.
Lakers play tomorrow. Only game. The only game.
The only game, right? Yeah. Because it's Wednesday. Yeah.
Bill Simmons said that to make the All-Star game more interesting, you make the young performers, like the young up-and-comers, if you aren't a top 5 seed, you have to play a Saturday game.
Seen this.
And then the Sunday game is if you're a top 5 seed and over, if you're an All-Star and a top 5 seed.
Nah.
So that makes,
No.
and the only reason you do that is you get playoff. You get playoff position.
Just do that.
court
Period. Just do that. Period. Yeah.
But
you
it,
just
but it
do
makes
East
if
versus
you,
West.
If you're not a top 5 seed, who gives a fuck about home court? If you're top 5 seed, this is going to actually change something for if you have 2 guys on your team who are an all-star. All of a sudden, you guys can actually buddy up and actually make this happen. Say if you're a 2 seed or a 1 seed,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this actually makes this more interesting. Just to give a little bit more of an incentive outside of the bag.
But I feel like once you make it just East versus West, doesn't matter who, then you have each side playing for their conference. Like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? And that level of competitiveness, I think, it will trump it because now any of us,
It can still be
all
East
we have to
versus
do
West.
is get to there, and any of us can get it.
Facts.
now. So we're all gonna go in. Whereas I feel like if you're doing the top 5. Top 1 and 2 are gonna go super hard,
Facts.
and then the bottom feeders are just gonna like, oh well, it won't be us probably, so we'll just chill. Like, if you make it where it's like anybody can get it on this side of the conference, I feel like you get a better thing. Plus, I feel like the NBA needs to invoke some WWE. I feel like
makes-
we need to
makes
get a
some
little
heels.
fake.
A little drama.
I think we need to get a little fake.
Do you not think this Luka trade is fake enough?
No.
You don't think there was a little bit of tampering?
Absolutely, there was tampering.
No,
don't
but
think
I
it was-
mean, but like by the league. Not
Oh yeah,
by-
no.
I think the league was
absolutely.
just like, let's just let this one go. through,
LeBron
guys.
is done 2 years. I'm pretty sure he's given them his like 2-year notice.
Some people are saying that his farewell tour might be next year because they're doing the All-Star in LA. So like that could be a part of the farewell tour.
Yeah, I guess. But
Is
I feel
the
like that would
Olympics-
be more fitting for Cleveland.
The Olympics next year.
Where
Paris? Where's that?
not the Olympics.
Didn't
The
this
Olympics are
It's in LA.
2026.
6.
20,
yeah.
26, yeah.
28?
26. 26.
It's
26.
28. It was 2024.
I don't know.
When was the last
Olympics.
Did we?
It was in
2028,
Paris, right? It was in
yeah.
Paris last year,
2028,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Winter's
Winter's
coming
2026.
up. Yeah, winter's on the site.
That's what
half
it is. Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Utah again.
LA's getting everything kind of at once.
Yeah.
LA punted on the Olympics. They're supposed to get the Paris Olympics.
FIFA too.
But then they're like, actually, yeah. And they're
World
like,
Cup.
actually, well.
They
we'll
got World
pass.
Cup coming up too in
Yeah,
2026.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking about. Is World Cup 2026.
But that's like us, USA, and Mexico.
Yeah,
Mexico.
it's
Yeah.
The
NAFTA.
Americas.
The NAFTA games. Does NAFTA even exist anymore?
No,
Trump?
it's USMCA.
USD. Yeah, that shit.
Oh, it's gonna be something else now. After
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, I think they need to go WWE route. I think they need to get more messy. Let's dive into the messy bag. Like, there should be a Baby Moms game on the Friday night.
Do you think if the
I feel like
if the big three did that, I would watch.
Baby Moms game for, oh, come on, man. Even a Baby Mom 1v1, like a King's Court. Winner gets a baby.
Winner gets a baby.
Wow.
Cue that used to me.
So Anthony Edwards
Would win. Would win.
No, what if his baby moms went against each other? And
Well,
he'd
he's
be
gotta
like, I'll
approve
give you
the
another
baby.
baby.
He's got to approve the baby living first, because
Yeah.
that nigga's different, bro.
He'd be aborting them left, right, and
Bro, I
center.
never seen a nigga post laughing emojis
Yes.
in an abortion text. That shit was crazy to me.
Yeah. Kind of heartless.
That shit, he is
That's
ruthless.
Yeah.
That was
Like ruthless. I read those texts and I was like, this nigga laughing?
Yeah.
didn't even tap the
And
brakes.
what's
And Shorty was
crazy?
like, not even being that wild to him. She was being pretty rational and just laying it out like, this is how I feel. This is what I did. And he's just like, all right, bet. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Wow.
I was like, yo, these are one of those times where I look at some shit and I go, niggas, you can do that?
But that's what I was saying is that then these girls are going to continue to get potentially pregnant by
My
him.
mom did a great job. I'm telling you, my mom did all of our moms did a great job.
I say this all the time. When you really start meeting
Bar is low
different
a lot.
people, you're like, wow.
Wow.
Wow. I'm really blessed.
Yeah.
You have to go again?
No. I'm good for now.
What's going on?
I can't talk about it.
You have to now.
Please don't do that. That's actually making it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a nervous peer?
Nah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wait. So okay. 2 + 2. Got it. But yeah, no. NBA blend reality with fake.
If they're gonna do it, let's just make sure you hire the script writers. You know, like we get good script
We
writers.
need Vince in there.
Don't make it a bad story.
We need Vince.
I mean,
Legend
Linda
in 2 leagues,
McMahon.
like he's Pee Wee Kirkland.
Linda McMahon's in education. She might like rig up the NCAA with some stuff. Yeah, Linda McMahon is now the Department of
Department of
Education.
Education.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a true
crazy.
story.
Yeah, a woman who got
Fire.
pile drived numerously.
Slapped by her own daughter.
Slapped by her own daughter, who acted like a mute and she wasn't even acting like a paraplegic. She was acting mute.
She was in a coma
for a while.
Coma, yeah.
There was the coma, but I'm talking about when she was in a wheelchair, just not talking for a couple weeks. And watching
This is
her
insane.
man make out with Trish Stratus while she's like acting like she's motionless in a wheelchair.
On live TV, on the ramp.
She is the Department of Education lead right now. She's leading education.
America's going down.
Been down.
Yeah.
Been down.
America, we have a
Is our children learning?
Are they left behind? Were they even picked up?